Okay, we are back to do another review because Prince, what, 2 days ago,
Blessed
out
us.
of nowhere, dropped Hit and Run Phase 2.
Yes.
And
Sure did.
we were all expecting that it might come out. We kind of know how that works. So,
Hmm.
but he had been hinting at it lately and mentioned that Warner Brothers had it, but um, weren't moving it. So apparently he took it into his hands and decided to just throw it out there for us.
Hmm.
So Baltimore is our first track,
Yes.
and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
What do we think? I mean, we heard this already. Most everybody,
Right.
I think, has heard this, and we knew this
It's been in
came
our
out.
it's been in our libraries a while.
Right. It came out. I don't know, a few months. What was it? I don't
Wasn't it
remember.
over the summer?
Came out
I
around
think
May.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was about May, because then he went to Baltimore and did the charity event. So,
Hmm.
Right.
what do we think of the song?
I think for a charitable song like this, making a statement that it is, I'm glad he chose to go with the tempo that he did
Hmm.
and not something downtrodden. And, we needed that kind of a groovy, kind of a jam that
Right.
we can bob our head to still
Right.
and still get the message. And for it to be the opening track on this, it really set the tone.
I agree.
Hmm.
I agree as well.
Um, you're right. The tempo of this is good because a lot of people would probably go and write an angry song
Hmm.
because with the issues that it deals with, I mean, there's a lot of anger that's festering there, I think. Um,
Hmm.
Yes,
so to go with the upbeat song and then and behind it go and do this event that was to uplift the community,
absolutely.
I think that's a good way to go. Turn a negative into a positive in a way.
Hmm.
Hmm. And then to
I
showcase
re-
the new talent, Miss Kane, isn't that who's on this one?
Right. Yep.
Hmm.
yes.
So even then, given an up and coming, a chance like that, and it's the opening track, and you hear her on it, that's pretty
Mhm.
nice.
Yep. She's got a nice
I
voice
agree.
too. I like her voice.
Yeah, smooth.
She does. She complements the song very well,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
it helps to flow with the rest of the song. And when I think of the song, I think of the word peace,
Mhm.
which is throughout the song. If
Hmm.
there ain't no justice, then there is no peace.
Right.
And that's just it. To have a song, so many people have an idea how Prince should do a song. They should
Yeah.
be something that either makes you get out on the dance floor or take you to the bedroom. And Prince, truth, and for Prince to be socially aware and relevant and not sound, like y'all said, downtrodden and angry.
Hmm.
If you are gonna fight, you need to be as energetic to do the fight as possible.
Hmm.
And a song like that would be one to get your head in the game, you know, to
Yeah.
make sure that you fight in a non-violent way.
Right.
And
Exactly. That's what I was just thinking. To try to fix these issues, we have to be positive and we have to go at it in a positive manner. Because if we go at it negative, it's going to start a war,
Hmm.
basically.
and we got
So
enough of that on around.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it can be controversial when it comes to Prince because people wonder, well, is he dealing with why is he dealing with these political issues or whatever?
He's
But I don't
always
see it
been
as political.
politically centered, though. He's never been afraid to say something.
Right.
You
Right.
know.
And it's
And
that
I
fear that makes him who he is and get the respect that he's gotten
Absolutely.
because he says what he says and means what he says.
Hmm.
right. Um, but the other thing, I think no matter who you are, there's only so much of this that you can hear and see happening around you or see on the news or whatever before you want to either contribute and try to figure out what you can do to help fix it
Hmm.
or say something about how you're at least how you're feeling about it.
Right.
So I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing that he said anything. I mean, he basically said what he had to say in the song, and he made his message clear. um
Absolutely.
and that's all that I think he can do, um, openly anyway,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But anyway, I think the song it's a good song, and I think it encompasses all of the situations that had taken place.
Mm-hmm.
It's named Baltimore, and the chorus says Baltimore and all that, and he did the event in Baltimore. But I think it it's talking about all of those issues because at that time that he put the song out, Baltimore that situation had just happened, and I think probably out of a lot of the communities that these situations took place. I mean, it's all in low income areas, you know,
Right.
and urban areas, and Baltimore's it's always been a place that's really struggled. So I think that was a
Mm-hmm.
good city to pick, really, um,
That has
to
been a
try to help.
rough. It's a rough
Mm-hmm.
city.
Yeah,
It really is. It's you can feel the sadness
Mm-hmm.
and how poor it is when you're in there.
yeah,
And for all that happened there, when that situation took place, my heart just dropped. It was like, gotta be kidding me,
Mm-hmm.
and that place has just been through so much. I mean, the place looks like a war zone to me.
yeah.
So many avenues and streets of abandoned, rundown buildings.
Mm-hmm. And
You
what,
know,
piggybacking on what Dorothy said is that, and what I've mentioned to you guys before, that song, you can take Baltimore, the city title name out. It's every city. That song is
Right,
representative of
amen.
every city. It could have happened anywhere. It still could happen anywhere. That's that representative song. It's that snapshot,
right.
of what's going on everywhere. So,
And
Yeah.
there'll be another city to add on to it, unfortunately, because that's just how the world is.
yep.
For better or worse. And until things change,
Mm-hmm.
a song like that will continue to be needed.
Um, Cameron,
Yes.
make that point one more time because you froze on my end, so I don't know if that actually went through on the video.
I had said that this sort of thing will more than likely happen again. And we need, a song like this
Hmm.
for when that happens.
Right,
You know.
most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the track two, which is Rock and Roll Love Affair, another one that we had heard quite some time ago, but it's nice to be on an album now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Um, what was your initial reaction to this song when it first came out? And um, I mean, there's a couple different versions of it out there, but what do you
Yeah.
think?
Mm-hmm.
I thought the song at first was boring.
Really?
I did. I was like, but I liked the fact that there was story that Prince was back to telling a story.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
That point, he hadn't done that in quite some time. And so I didn't hate it and I didn't hate it, but it wasn't something that grabbed me. I was like, but that part of it I respected. And then hearing, remixes that came out of it made me like it a little more. And
Mm-hmm.
then over time, when the song would find its way to pop up on my iPod, um, which I didn't get the song immediately because of that, but eventually I did, and it started to grow on me. And so hearing it on the album and him adding horns to it, I
Yeah.
think that was a needed, I mean, it was a great and needed touch for that song, and it makes it makes it that much more consistent with the rest of the album too,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of how the sound is, in terms of the horns,
Mm-hmm.
and the story is still a great one, about
Right.
fairy tale, about this man looking for fame, and I'm sorry, I'm getting it wrong, forgive me, but just the story. I'll just say the story, you know, fairy tales and princes and rhythm and blues and this thing called soul and all
mhm.
that. It was it's a really good song. It's a
Yeah.
good song. I can say that today.
Yeah. I really liked it. I didn't like some of the alternate versions of it, but initially I liked it. It was kind of slow, but
Mhm.
it was, like most all of Prince's music. Eventually, like Cameron just said, it grows on you anyway.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Um, but I agree. I like the story of it. It
Right.
kind of takes you on a little bit of a journey through a little story. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the horns, I love the horns on this track.
Oh
Yeah. Live
yes,
ended up.
the horns did it.
Yeah.
Horns
Live
done
ended up
did it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice breezy track. It's got a girl Andy on it. Can't go
Mhm.
wrong there.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. And I love when he always tries to toggle with it, and he still isn't quite even perfect just for him, and he gives us all those versions. I'm down with all of it. That's artistry.
Right.
You know.
Amen. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, that shows that there's, a million different ways that he can go, or anybody can
Oh
go
yeah.
with what they're trying to put together.
Mhm.
And it
Um,
makes it that much more fun too, and it makes you dig it
Yeah.
more because it's like, oh, he did that to this song. He did this.
mhm.
Oh,
Right.
and even if you didn't dig it one way, you might be able to dig it in another.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, it gives you options. So at least you're pulling in fans from different angles.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
let's see. Too Young to Dare.
Ah.
Ah.
Mm.
Ah. What do we think
This
of
is
this?
the first track on this album where you kind of do the eyebrow raise, like, ooh, our boys kind of going back,
Yeah. Yeah.
touching on them subjects, huh? Okay, okay.
Uh-huh.
So
We hear
yeah.
you. Yeah. Mhm.
One of those I
Like
approve.
I was like, who is he talking about? That's what I want to know because he said something about internet star. I'm like, yo, who
Uh-oh.
are you talking about?
Everybody.
Please don't be a Kardashian.
Oh, for
Please,
real.
or a Jenner. No offense, but I'm just saying. Whoa.
Wow.
I had
Yeah.
to listen to that a few times to make sure I heard that correctly.
Right.
Mhm.
Everybody wants to hack her. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Mhm.
yeah.
Let me find out. Let me find out.
Yeah. When I first heard a little snippet of this, I want to say it was, I don't even know. Maybe it had to be earlier this year or late last year. I
Hmm.
didn't hear very much. It was just a little snippet, and I was like, wow. The beat, I liked just the way. I didn't even catch the lyrics or nothing like that, but just the sound of it. I was really curious to hear the rest of the song. So I'm happy that it made this disc.
Yeah.
Um.
That is one.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I was just thinking.
Oh. No, that is one of those songs I dare say
Hmm.
that I had an idea how the song was gonna sound, and because I heard about this song for about a year or maybe two, because
Hmm.
that's one of them songs that been out there, but I never heard it. And then when I
Hmm.
heard it, at first I was like, it doesn't sound like what I thought. But at the same time, it was one of those songs I was like,
Yeah.
it was one of those
Yeah.
slow, hypnotic sounding
Hmm.
songs. And that flute doesn't help matters any.
Mhm.
Or whatever type of flute like thing going on. And, and I love that part when it says old enough to do your old enough to do
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
I love that part. I'm like, oh, I'm there. That's what I'm talking about. Be doing
All
my
right
best.
now. All right.
I mean, it's one of them songs that just gets caught in your head and stays there.
Yeah, it does.
Does
Yeah.
me, and I wish it was a little longer. To be honest with you, I wish it was just another 2 minutes because I just
Yeah,
want to.
it's a 3 minute 50 second song. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that bad boy needs to be 5 minutes and 50 seconds, 52
Yeah.
seconds, because it's off the chain, and I want to hear it live. Friend,
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's gonna be fun.
oh, I'm bounce in the seats. I'm being Madison Square Garden on the park. Old enough to do your old enough. I'm
Ooh.
talking about.
Oh Lord.
I think it's safe to say that Cameron likes this song.
I, You would be correct. Ding, 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 ding,
Whoa.
ding, ding.
All right.
Whoa.
Yeah. I have to agree though. From what I thought it was gonna sound like
Mm-hmm.
as a whole, it does sound different from what I thought, like Cameron said. But it's still, yeah. I was still, I was still happy with this. Look at me, look at you,
Oh yeah.
man. Look, go
Whoa,
ahead.
buddy.
Who wants
I
to
gotta
start?
put my sunglasses on for that.
I got it on right now. Ooh boy.
Oh, look at that. Okay, he's ready.
Oh
Look at.
snap. He came with props. I don't have props. Wait a minute.
That is
Dude.
that.
I'm jelly. I need some props.
I have nothing.
Out of the clear blue sky. I tell you.
Mm.
Song, let me tell you. I need to tell you about the first time I heard this song. I had
Okay.
just missed. I was going to work and
You told me, yeah. Uh-huh.
I just missed the train, missed the 5 train. I was like, no, I'm trying to get to work early because I was going someplace and doing a job I hadn't done before. And I'm all mad at, I'm trying to listen to Too Young to Dare, but I'm preoccupied. And then this comes on. Don't you know this song stopped me dead in my tracks on the platform? What? That bass.
Yes.
That bass is the
Yeah.
start of that friggin' song. Oh, that boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta hold on to something. Good. Oh, it's so good. It's so good, and it's the whole thing. Like, look, it's just so sexy. Look at me, look at you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just the whole idea of attraction.
Carnal.
The music does it,
Carnal.
and it's so
Mhm.
carnal and so beautiful. And
Beautiful.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
This song will get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Big time. It's so Prince's smoothest songs.
Mhm.
I could play this in a car. Like if I had a convertible wearing this, just like, oh yeah, oh man,
Yeah.
it's like that with the
Mhm.
another song. I'm back now.
So I think it's safe to say Cameron likes this song.
This is Cameron's album. This is a soundtrack to Cameron's life.
All right. Oh my goodness.
I gotta twirl my towel around for that. What?
Oh my God.
Well,
I
we could put the approved stamp on that one. Definitely.
There you go.
Yeah. This is probably one of my favorite songs off of the
Me too.
album. Like Cameron pointed out very vibrantly, that the bass the bass in this song is something else.
Yeah, it's buttery.
Yeah.
That's a good word too for
It
it.
is buttery.
Buttery for real.
Move like butter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Deep Purple Concord jam right there. That is.
Mhm.
You ain't ever lied.
Yeah, this one I wanna at some point hear live, and
Oh, yeah.
I want Prince to be on the bass though.
Mhm.
Oh, that would just blow everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, him do the bass with that song.
Mhm.
Mhm.
People going to mark their calendars because they're going to be able to backtrack to when they got pregnant. I'm telling you. They're going to know. If he does it live at one of the shows, you better mark that concert date down.
That's right.
Tell your OB.
Oh.
It's Prince's fault.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Prince, you're gonna get blamed for something pretty soon here.
You sure are. You sure are. You better get ready for the complaints. You better get ready for the script. It's coming. Oh, it's
Prince Jr.
oh, it's
Prince Jr. This is Little Paisley.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Little Paisley.
Princess. You know.
Princess.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
goodness. Oh my
Yeah. Y'all are crazy.
goodness. That's Cam.
That.
Okay. So we're going from the bass of "Look at Me, Look at You" to the bass on "Stare."
Oh boy.
Let me just go ahead and put Cameron up here because I think he's got something to say.
My God.
Yes, my God.
I heard when
Good
that
God.
song. When I heard that song in the summer, I said, "Where was I? I was somewhere in Manhattan." I was like, "No, that don't." Nah. I was like,
Yeah.
because remember he gave us that teaser, that YouTube thing,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and I was like, oh, okay, I was liking them 21 seconds, you know, and then when the song came out, I was like, oh, it was everything I needed and more. I mean, you have got to be dead inside to not want to dance to that song.
Absolutely.
That song, I mean, when I drive with this song, I be beating up that steering wheel as if I'm amazed.
That's a different kind of trouble you're going to get in with that one.
I'm telling you,
You better watch it. I don't have that kind of bail money. You better watch it. Slow it down.
I know who to go to now.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just, oh my God. And then I love the lyrics too. You know,
Absolutely, yeah.
in our underwear, you know, acknowledging the past,
Absolutely.
you know, and the sounds popping in the street. I mean, that song would, if the radios and whoever the powers that be were doing the right thing, that song would be on the radio and it would be a hit.
Yeah, boy, we know how that goes.
Oh,
There it goes.
So I'm talking right there.
That lick right there.
Oh, baby. That's everything you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. All you know.
Y'all heard that?
Yeah, I heard it.
I heard that.
I didn't even think it was going to come through. I was listening for myself, but
heck yeah,
cool.
we heard that.
Now that I know we can do that, cool.
This is the first song that I woke Dwayne up for him to hear. This is the first song he heard off of this album. I woke his butt up for him to hear that. I said, put these earbuds in. You need to hear this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to tell y'all more about what I did earlier tonight with that. Yeah.
Are you sure you can tell us?
No, I can tell.
Okay.
Got us a little bit worried there for a minute.
I'm saying.
Like, we need censors here, okay?
We probably do.
Maybe. But, no, I played the song and a few cuts of the album for a friend of mine tonight.
Oh, yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah, and he was really digging these songs. I wish I had more time to be able to play everything for him, but he's heard songs from this and Phase One, and he hasn't really heard much Prince in general. You know, I mean, he knows Prince and knows some songs, but his idea of him is more like the slow songs. You know, Do Me Baby, Adore.
The typical radio songs, yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And the songs he's heard from Phase 1 and 2, he's really dug them all that I played for him. And I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. You know, and a cut like, and he heard Stare, and he was feeling it. He loved that line. Oh, what's he talking about popping in the street? What? I'd be cracking up. It's a great song that would draw everybody, you know, in. You know, kids, old people, you know, everybody in between. It's fantastic.
My favorite part of this song, I mean, I love the bass, obviously. That's my favorite part, but I like how he samples himself. Like, he samples
It's so
Kiss, and
fun.
then he goes into Sexy Dancer, and it's like it's
Dancer and
almost
Groovy.
like,
Yes.
you
I
know,
mean,
like he's looking back, but
Mhm.
I kind of got this feel like he did that because he can.
Yeah.
He's got his masters back, right? So now he doesn't have to ask
Right.
nobody permission to do nothing with his own stuff just because he can.
Right.
He went
Who
ahead
better
and
to sample from than yourself?
right,
Shoot.
right,
and it worked
yeah,
perfect. Those
oh
songs,
yeah,
those
Yeah.
samples, the best songs to use for a track like that because
Yeah.
both, if you think about it, both Kiss and Sexy Dancer are heavy on bass.
Yeah.
You
right,
know, you know. At least I think there's an ounce of bass in Kiss, if I'm not mistaken. It's guitar, but I mean, there's
No,
some,
I get you. Yeah.
but you get what I'm saying, you know.
Mhm.
And and they're both hot dance songs to this day, and this would be
Mhm.
right there with it, right
hmm
with it.
I thought that was pretty smooth how he did that. So
It
yeah,
was
Mhm. It's fun. It's fun to be able to do that. It's a
big
blessing
time.
to
oh
be
yeah,
able to do that, to sample from your own stuff.
How
yeah.
many
I
artists?
mean, when you got so much stuff, you can sample all day really and come
Mhm.
up with all kinds of new stuff.
How
Mhm.
many artists today wish they could do something like that? And we're talking about folk that have been around for at least 10 years. How can
hmm
you
Right.
sampling others? Can't.
Right.
Just
Well,
saying.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, basically, he's the only one sampling himself
Mhm.
because he got it like that. Like
Exactly.
really, I mean,
Yes, he does.
um, okay, extra lovable.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Okay, definitely got something to say.
Now you know
Very,
that has
very.
always been the jam. It will always be the jam. I don't care how many different versions this man puts out. I'm gonna rock it
You
because,
better say that.
man, I don't care if he slows it down. I don't care what he does. That's always gonna be my jam. I mean, and that's his right. That's his privilege to be able to. You know what? I want to put out 30 versions of Extra Lovable. Psh, let the man do it. I ain't complaining.
Right,
You know,
Exactly.
right.
I can't believe people are complaining about. Well, we've heard so many versions of this before. It's been out so many times before, and you know what? Listen again.
Say that.
Train your mind to, I don't know, maybe it's because my husband is a music educator, but, listen, find something
hmm
different. There might be something different. Maybe there's not, rediscover it, learn to love it again.
But
Right.
at
I
least
don't know, but
give it a chance.
I'm telling you, this
And I
song is
will.
so funky.
I will not sit here and lie to you. The second time he redid it, I was like a lot of the fans. I was pissed because
Mm,
real talk, we all know about that circulating version from
hmm
mm-hmm.
way back when, and I thought, oh my God, he messed with it, and I was scared. It freaked me out. But then my other friend brought up a good point. Said technically, we weren't supposed to hear it in the first place.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
And that is something that is truly lost on the diehard fans today. We
Mm-hmm.
ruin our own. We ruin the party for ourselves by listening to these
Mm-hmm.
bootlegs. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
trying to be all
It's true.
righteous by saying that because I'm guilty. I'm a fan. Why wouldn't I want to hear anything that I'm a fan of music from someone who I'm a fan of? But
Right.
I recognize that if Prince wants to do something with that song that is not out there, it's his right to do so. It's
Absolutely.
his music, and on
Right.
top, like it's I just I really woke up to that,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not hear this version of Extra Lovable when it first came out.
Oh,
I
no?
don't know what happened. I just didn't hear it
Mm.
before. So when I heard it, I was like, whoa. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's really funky. Oh my
Yes.
God,
hmm
it is funky. I mean, that's a song that could it's another dance jam. I mean, he
Yeah.
really. I mean, that's a song to show you because we know of the song that's
Right.
been out for 30 plus years. It just goes to show that he can still bring new life to it. That's
Right.
Exactly.
genius right there. To be
That's true
able to
musicianship.
bring
That's true
big
musicianship.
time,
Hmm.
big time,
Hmm.
and the horns. Oh my God, them horns
Yes.
the
Brought new
stank
life.
on. Oh my
Yes.
God, life
Yeah.
is like raising the dead. You know, it's like that. I mean, it's just and it's still sexy.
I was about to say
The
the
Yeah.
same
song,
thing. It's still such a sexy song. It's a fun song. You know, this is that song that you open your car doors to and blast while you're at the car wash, while you're doing the windows and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody around you to hear this song. Who's that? What are you playing? Guess who? You know, I want to
Yeah.
be able to tell you who it is because you're going to be like, that's
and
Prince? Yes.
exactly. Say that, Stephanie. Say
That's
that.
exactly what it is. Because that's the thing, like we just said on the last song, people, you know, they know the typical things, you know, what they hear on the radio, on the
Right.
night jams, what do you call it, quiet storm. You hear a
Mhm.
door and stuff like that, but then, you know, play Extra Lovable for them. And tell them
Yeah.
actually how long ago that the man wrote this song and how
Right.
long ago he had the concept for this song and then he's finally given it to us as an official release and it's
Mhm.
freshened up and it's got those, again, here we go about bringing up those musicians with him, the MPG horns and all these, you know, the
Yeah.
musicianship of it, the crispness of it, the quality of it, man.
Amen. And it's also cool that because the fans know of this song, it's
Hmm.
nice to see Prince acknowledge it having been
Yeah,
done by even thinking about wanting to perform it, let alone redoing it to
right.
put it in an album. That that says a lot. That says a lot,
Yeah.
and I'm impressed by that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really am. I big two big thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Um, like most Prince fans, I heard the original recording
Hmm.
from way back when.
Hmm.
And of course, I mean, everybody loves that version. So I know a lot of people were upset, like, like Cameron, like you said. They
Yeah.
were like, well, he might have messed it up. But how
I,
can you mess something up, really, when
Hmm.
it's your own art? You're putting it together. It's supposed to be how you want it before it gets out there, just like
Hmm.
you said. So if we heard a version that wasn't supposed to make it to our ears, then it's ruining the surprise for us. That's a good point. I
Hmm.
like that.
It's true.
yeah.
Um,
We ruin it for ourselves, and every time we hear a bootleg, we ruin it for ourselves. No one
Hmm.
would ever
yeah,
want to say that and acknowledge it, but that is the truth of the matter. It's great to hear it, but we are doing harm to ourselves because it
Hmm.
stops us from being able to see what Prince can do to it in a later date if he
right.
ever decides to do something with it, like in
Yeah.
a large room with no light.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What if he does
I
another?
mean,
What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do?
Uh-oh, did we freeze up?
I
I
hope not.
think, yeah, he froze up a little bit.
Okay, there we go.
What y'all gonna do?
Okay.
Oh, I'm back. What y'all gonna
He fixed it.
Okay.
do?
The version of Extra Lovable that I like, though, is the one that's got
Mhm.
Andy's like little rap section in there towards the end. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
I heard
When
it.
he first released
I
this
was.
last year, I think it was.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'd have to hear it again because that was the song where I was like, hell to the no.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
Um.
now I'm in a different. I'm in a different mind space now. And I would want to hear it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I especially like the opening though.
Oh, the opening's
Hmm.
hot.
Oh, yeah.
That. Yep.
That
He
ver.
he kind
Yeah.
of tells you where we're about to go with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Groovy potential.
Oh, snap.
You know what?
Oh, I was so
Mhm.
brokenhearted when was it? I guess what album was it? Anyway, some album dropped, and I remember you woke me up. Dorothy told me it dropped, and I was like, "I hope Groovy's on there. I hope Groovy's on there," and it wasn't on there, and I was so brokenhearted.
Maybe it was artificial age.
Yes, yes, I
Mm.
wanted it on there so bad. Oh,
I that song. I loved it from the moment I heard it.
me too.
Yep.
Lyrically, the build
Yep.
up of and to the crescendo. Oh man.
There's not one
Yeah.
bad moment in that song anywhere, and I'm
Mm-mm.
glad the song is as long as it is.
Yes.
Mhm.
Even at the end, it makes you want a little more. I need
Mm-hmm.
this song live too. I need to hear
Yes.
this song live. I mean, oh, and I was thinking about it because knowing that we were going to be doing this, this is how the song does for me. to me, it's like wherever that happy place is in your heart or in your mind, to me, Groovy Potential is that musical manifestation of
Yes.
that happy place, because that's what it does to me every time I hear it. That's another one where I beat the heck out of my daggone steering wheel, because
Yes.
it's just so hard that, it's just, how can you not be happy, or at least have some kind of peace within after hearing that song?
Yes.
You can just be chilling, drinking coffee in your table, and
Right. You
sun.
could be doing the dishes. You can't be mad doing the dishes if you're listening to Groovy.
No,
You just can't.
True. You just can't.
Yes, incredible
It's
song.
a real. I love the tempo of this song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect. Like you say, it's a perfect tempo of happy. Like you don't. It's not like turn up, but it's like it's right there where it's a cool little groove and well groovy potential. It's perfect. I love it. And it's probably top 3 for me in this
Yeah,
album.
me too. That song
it,
takes you on a journey.
it very much so. It's one of my favorite songs he's done this decade at this point.
Me too.
Top 5
Absolutely.
Me
easily.
too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad that it finally found a home. And that was,
Yes.
Prince had tweeted, I may bring it up again for all I know, but that was, someone had asked Prince on Twitter if Groovy Potential was going to be on an album, and he said yes. And he had, and it was with that song he let it be known, or somewhere around that time, that these songs that have come out in the last couple of years were going to be officially released at some point. And I am so glad that not only did he do it, but he did it on this album.
Yeah.
This was the right album with the right material surrounding it for Groovy Potential on. Very groovy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's true. I think it fits this album really well.
Big time.
Okay. When She Comes.
Oh boy, when she does.
Oh,
buddy.
So
another troublesome song, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Troublesome. Just the title
When I
alone makes you
seen
go.
the title, I was like, oh yeah, I was like that, like you, like that.
Yep.
But then when I first heard it, and it was basically like, well, when she comes over is how it started off. So I was like, okay, so he was just kind of teasing with that. But then I listened to the whole song, and I was like,
and then somebody's shoes started coming off. And we knew.
Be careful when them shoes come off, boy. Man, trouble gonna start.
Absolutely.
A lot of things came about with that.
Right. Yes. That's one of the things that I love about Prince, is that his ability to like play with words and
there you go,
and kind of trick you into thinking that it's one thing, and then he takes you on a journey that takes you a whole different.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always been really clever like that with his lyrics. So
it's a sexy and romantic song. It's still a love song without being raunchy and without being in your face and without being, dirty stank about it. It's still alluring from a woman's point of view. For me, you want a man to tell you that kind of stuff and sing to you like that, Yeah.
The song is proof that Prince still has it in him to be clever with words and still be sexual without being sexual, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
sensual.
never
sensual. Let's go with sensual, because that's what it really
the best
is.
word.
The intelligence behind it, yeah.
I mean, you got to be smart to be able to do that, and it's clear proof that he is, and that nothing has changed. Really, but it's just no, I'm wrong. It has changed, but it's gotten more intelligent. The words, talking about limoncello ballets and stuff.
Man, limoncellos. Look.
Who would think I would not have thought?
Look.
That. Go ahead.
That's a
No.
troublesome drink. The word of this
No.
review is troublesome. That's a troublesome drink. As George Clooney and who was it? DeVito, wasn't it? They were
Oh
literally
yeah,
getting
yeah,
drunk
yeah.
off them limoncellos. Boy, yeah, yeah. That's a troublesome drink.
That's a song that isn't a hypnotic song. You
Yeah,
know,
it's real
the
majestic
Yeah.
and coming
soothing.
off of Groovy and Extra
hmm
Lovable to go into that. Yeah, you kind of need that little. Okay, I need to calm down a little bit.
hmm
Hmm.
Calm
Well, and
down, all
that
right.
shows too that he's able to take you through a journey, not
Hmm.
just through a story and a song, but through the flow of the album.
Absolutely.
Very much
Um,
so. It
and this
was
song has I think somebody said I might have been on Twitter. Somebody said something about like a Paris feel to it, but I thought more
Hmm.
like an Italian kind of,
Yeah, I got Italian too.
yeah. But I
that
mean,
does
it
work.
works.
All
Yeah.
of that works. Paris, it has a European
Hmm.
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Places, it will work, period. But
Yeah.
you definitely can see that. I didn't even. I mean, someone said in Twitter today, I was like, "Who's playing the accordion?" And I didn't even realize there was an accordion in that.
Yeah.
It, it didn't dawn on me that there was an accordion
I
being
didn't. I
played.
didn't either. See, now
It
I'm gonna have
just
to go back and listen
oh,
to it again. I didn't either.
You hear it.
and it's like,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
I mean, again, that's pure genius at work.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to play that song again, my daggone self.
We're gonna hear that live one day, and Prince is gonna bust out an accordion.
An
Watch.
accordion, right? And we're gonna lose our minds. And
He's gonna be
accordion
like,
And
y'all
sales are
didn't
gonna
know
go
this.
up. Accordion sales
I
gonna
want
go
to see
up. Watch.
that big old thing almost as big as him. I want to see him.
He's gonna be cheered.
I sure do.
Struggling. And Cam's still gonna be there yelling, "You!"
Yep.
I sure will. Ain't nothing gonna change that.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So now we come from when she comes to
When she
Screwdriver.
came, and now Screwdriver.
And now here we are. Screwdriver.
Now he's bringing us back up again.
Yep.
He gave us a what? When She Comes is a 3-minute, 46-second song. We got a 3-minute break,
Yep.
and here we go.
That's exactly what. Too. I love that song from the first time I heard it
Me
because
too.
at that point it came out, I was starting to think energy into his music. I wanted to see a new sound out of him.
Hmm.
In my mind, all honesty, I was starting to feel like things were getting a little stale. Excited, still as excited as I could be, but it was like, okay, I need something different.
Hmm.
That song came out, and I was like, oh yeah, the
Hmm.
driving. It's an energetic, urgent song. I don't, people talk about how corny the lyrics are. Aren't most songs corny?
It's
Something's
not
got to
corny.
be, I don't really see it as that, but then that's my opinion. But
Hmm.
you need catchy, and that
Yeah,
I'm your driver,
it's
your
just fun.
crew is catchy as it gets taken seriously, and that's another song that builds up and builds up as it
Hmm.
keeps on going. Once that da 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 da
Hmm.
comes out, I'm like, I mean, almost 3 years, but even now I'm still like, yeah, still not done. Rock with the best.
Yeah, it is raw.
I'm so glad that again that made it to an album.
Yeah,
Really am. Great song. Great.
yeah, absolutely.
This
I want to hear
is
it in a
like,
movie.
yeah,
Oh
that
yeah.
would be something. Yeah.
That I could so
This
see it
is
in that loud with the bass that a theater has with
oh
it,
yeah.
Yeah.
man, like a car something. That'd be the business.
See, this is why Prince needs to just do a movie so he could put this in the movie,
And you know
right?
who I think should be
Big
in the
time.
movie? You know who
Oh,
I think?
oh, you know what?
Oh.
You know what?
Put Denzel in the movie. God dog it. Oh my God.
Oh, I thought you was talking about us, man. Look.
I know.
We need to be in a movie.
I'm ready for a close. You know, shoot.
That's okay. Denzel can be in a movie too. I
That's
mean,
right.
I'm down with that. I'll be the supporting actor. I'll be the whatever.
I'll
You
just
want
be the
someone?
grip. I'm happy. I'd be like this. I'm fine. My degrees in RTVF all day. I will be here all day. Just as long as I get to see people, I'm good. What, you need a filter for that light? Gotcha. Let me hold it like this. I'm good with that.
Certified.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday, my mom and I drove down to Portland to see Judith Hill, and on the way, I was listening to this album. And when Screwdriver came on, she was like, "Leave it to Prince to write a song about a screwdriver." I was like, "Well, yeah."
Yeah, really. Yeah.
It,
And it's
you give
rocking.
him anything, and
That's right.
he can write a song about
There's a Prince lyric to everything. There's a Prince song for everything. And here you
it.
go.
Exactly.
And a
Yep.
lot, and it all works.
Mm-hmm.
Works.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Black Muse.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic song.
This is
Fantastic
the longest
song.
song on the album at
Yes.
7 minutes and 21 seconds.
It's a song that I'm still singing.
Yeah.
Just but the music is just so hard hitting, and I do like the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
It has something to say. And I like the fact that he got personal, saying,
Mm-hmm.
the reason why I'm writing,
Mhm.
and all that. I mean, I really appreciate a song like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
This is one that I
Yeah.
have to listen to some more, I think, because I was realizing that the lyrics are saying a little bit more than what I took from it the first couple times. But
think-
I mean, there's depth there, and there's something that,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, he's always been really good with words as far as putting something out there and really making you think about it, not just throwing something in your face and then walking away from it.
Right.
It's something that you really got to sit down and think about. So I think this is one of those songs. But initially, the music itself it captured me. So this is probably one of top 3, top 4 for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Same
the
here.
length of this one. Great, because I mean the musical journey just itself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean it's not too long. You want to keep going with this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
And that's the right
I
word
mean,
for it too.
go ahead.
go ahead, Cam.
I was saying that's the right word. It's a journey,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the
Yeah.
fact that it feels like you're going on the road, and it may get dark one moment, but then the next turn becomes light again. You're on a hill and you're on a plateau.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like music that way. I like to feel like I'm on an adventure,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the first Prince fan that I am because he still continues to give me songs like that to
Right.
make me interested.
Right.
And this song is a case in point.
Mm-hmm. A song that make you think. It captures you with the music, with the that groove right off. But I'm taking it in layers. Each listen, first you get the music part of it, and then you replay it again, and then you hear his lyrics, and you play it again, and then you appreciate the background singers, the girls singing. Uh, you know, each play is a new appreciation for that one.
Yeah, well, and with him, there's songs from years ago that I'll listen to again and catch something that I didn't catch
Right.
all this time. So I think this might be one of those songs. It's just going to take some time to really sit down and
Digest it.
let your brain really absorb what it is he's trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And
Um,
that's the beauty of Prince's. It may take a moment to get it, but when it does, it does. It becomes cemented, like boom.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Nothing like it.
Revelation.
Ooh.
This one we have been waiting for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got a little
And it was
teaser of this one. Oh, it's okay. Go
well
ahead.
worth the wait.
Yeah.
It was well
Oh,
worth the wait.
definitely.
You
We got a
continue
little
on.
teaser of this one. I want to say it was during the Yahoo live stream, I think.
Yes, it was. It was. It was when
Yeah.
Artificial Age had just come out, and they were in the
hmm
studio with Josh.
Right. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, just from that, I was like, man, that was not enough. We need to hear more of that. Because, I mean, you're always excited for something funky from Prince, but then you're always excited for something slow, too, because, you know, he can really take you on a journey in different ways, not just like sensual or sexual or anything like that. But this one, this I love this song. I love this song. Definitely. I'm glad this one made the album.
Me too. Me too. It is. The word classic comes to mind. Everything that you love in a Prince ballad is right there. You have no business not liking this song if you've ever been a Prince fan at one point in time. I mean, that kind of song. You know, it's haunting. It's. I mean, to me, it's like I just see silk when I see the song.
Yeah, billowing silk. It's very haunting. Yeah.
Yeah, as you said, perfect. Thank you, because I was looking for a word to help
Billowing.
with that. Yeah, is that it just flows so effortlessly. It's so beautiful and gorgeous and majestic, and it's just
Yes.
just take it. It take another journey. It's another journey right there. You know, just time. You know, to ecstasy. You know.
Damn. I think somebody on Twitter said something about this being the new Adore. I don't.
Adore is a door.
Right.
They don't need to be a.
But they're not even. I don't think this is in the same category as that. Because Adore is very. It's a love song.
Right.
And you can tell that just from, you can just tell that it's a love song. I mean, and Revelation, there's just something more to it. It's a deeper kind of, I mean, you said it's haunting, but there's some depth to this song. It's different from Adore. So that's why I don't like comparing something that he's done now to something that he did before, because there is no comparison. Every song that he writes has its own something,
stands
you know.
alone. Yeah.
And it deserves and needs to be seen as such.
Right.
Well, I mean, were you comparing Adore to anything prior, really? Or Do Me, Baby? Let's go even further with that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
it's not like, I mean, in a sense, Prince probably competes with himself to do better or whatever, but I don't think he's trying to outdo the last song.
That's the difference.
Yeah, because he said that he looks at his songs like his kids. I mean, that's something that he made, and to try to outdo that or compete against himself in that way, I don't think that's what he's trying to do. And so that's why I don't look at it like, oh, well, there might be something in a song that will remind me of a different song.
Right.
Just a little sound here or there, whatever. But of all this music that he's made over his lifetime, there really isn't any songs that you can say he doubled up on. Like, you know, like, oh, we already did that. And that's what makes him stand out as an artist, because how many artists have been going as long as he's been going and been able to make so much music without repeating themselves or trying to outdo themselves.
And
he's still
sound vibrant and new, different with each process, each song, album.
Yeah. And his voice on this.
Absolutely
Big Brother's
amazing.
voice on this is wow.
Sheer perfection.
Yeah.
Yes.
See that falsetto, his
Yes.
the natural singing voice. There wasn't one part of that song that wasn't on point.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. His voice was like butter,
Yeah,
like
there
you
you
said.
go.
Smooth like
Buttery.
Yeah,
butter.
it was
Billowy,
like butter.
buttery, troublesome.
Right. All right. So after all of that journey, we get to Big City.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think this was
fantastic.
a great way to end the album.
Yeah, I was about to say the same.
I agree 1000% with you on that. And it's even better live because I got to see him
No,
do that
I'm jealous.
perform
Oh,
I'm so
yeah.
jealous. Come to
that.
Dallas. Didn't I say that on the last review? Come to Dallas, please. Ugh.
I don't know if it was the first or the second song, but it was one of the two that was the beginning of his set when he did that surprise show for City Winery, the second one
Mm,
in 2013. And so when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, this is a big song,
yeah.
Mhm.
because the horns were blasting and it felt like a marching song, that type of feel, you know.
Yeah.
Did he
And
have the whole horn section at that show?
yes, he did.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh,
man. See, I have not
entire
seen the NPG horns yet.
they
man.
were on fire. I said thank you to one or two of them
I
that
can
night
imagine.
and when it was done
Mhm.
because they were nothing short of amazing. And I'm just so glad that they have been showcased the way that they are on this album,
Mhm.
because they are they're just exceptional, excellent horn players. And having to witness it that night in 2013, it just made me appreciate horn. I mean, I love
Mm.
it made me appreciate the first time, but I really got to appreciate a big horn section as a
Mhm.
whole with that show, and then to be able to hear it again with this album. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
They have that
and
powerful
and the
sound.
very much so,
The
and
sound
and the
that's
chorus
powerful
stays,
without being blaring and
Hmm.
shrill. Yeah.
and out the rest of the
Cameron, you're
song
breaking up.
Yeah, you broke up right there.
done right. And
Uh-oh.
oh, can you hear me?
There you go.
Mm,
Okay,
you
I
froze.
said it was perfect. How about now? Wonderful.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, you're good.
I heard that.
Oh, good. Yeah, I said it was production done right.
Yeah.
With so the horns and stuff. It was, and it's just it's a fun song too. Back to the
Yeah.
song. It's just a fun song. I love, the chorus is really cool. I found myself singing some of that chorus earlier today.
This
You
song,
know.
I mean, just the title of it, you think of a big city like New
Mhm.
York City or something.
Mhm.
But the point that he's making in the song is like it. If you're with somebody, no matter where you are, they make it fun. They make the experience wherever you are, whether you're in a small town, big city, I think he said on a farm. You know, they bring out the same vibe that you would get from a big city,
Yeah.
which is exactly the feel that you get from this song. Is just fun, big fun.
Big fun. Energy. Energetic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And I love the horns. I haven't seen the NPG horns live yet. So Prince, that needs to happen. That needs to happen. Um, but I think I think with the horns that he's had over the past couple of years, he maxed out at what, like 11 horn players,
I believe
and
so.
I know that seems like a lot, but like
Mm-mm.
Stephanie just said, it doesn't, it's not overwhelming. It's
Mm-mm.
not like you have all these horns in your face blaring at you.
Mm-mm.
That's not the
You can
sound
hear
that you get.
every instrument's voicing.
Yeah.
You can hear the bottom and you can hear the top. You can hear the low brass, you can hear the high brass. It's balanced.
Yep.
Everybody's voicing is there. Mhm.
Yeah. So
Wow.
This
Yeah.
one I need Dwayne. I need him to wake up and come say something on this. Yeah.
whoever's responsible for arranging the horns, they're doing great. I mean, I don't know who it
Yeah.
is.
I want to
I
know who
want
it
to
is,
throw
but whoever
Marcus
you
in.
are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know on saxophone throughout the album, it's Marcus
It's
Anderson.
yeah.
I want to say he's on flute too. I don't
I
know.
was about to say that flute goes hard on this album.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
awesome. Oh man.
yeah.
Mhm.
The horn. Listen, next to Prince, the horns were the star of the show.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely.
I
They
love
really
I love it when he
were.
puts I love it when he puts horns in his music because it makes it just that much more vibrant.
Yeah.
This album
Um,
made horns in a way that I never did before.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Like I said, I don't take away
oh, you
anything
froze.
from the past. You froze too. I didn't hear you.
I got you.
Having all kinds of technical difficulties here.
No,
Are we good,
Yeah. I
Cameron?
think so.
Yep. Okay, good. Okay, Cameron, finish your thought because we didn't hear it all.
I was saying, I I definitely, like I said before, I appreciate the horns from the past, but this album made me appreciate the horns that much more. And I did awesome. Didn't before. Awesome. I know because they brought out great stuff. I can't even say no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm glad that he put horns throughout this album.
Mhm.
Some of the songs that we didn't really hear horns on before, it brought some more life to them. Definitely. I mean, I've always liked horns. I played this much trumpet, but I saxophone especially I
Mhm.
like. So to have that
Mhm.
in so many of these tracks is great.
Hmm.
Um,
Mhm.
so overall, I don't want to compare this one to Phase One because they're
No.
obviously completely different. So there's no reason
Cannot.
to do that.
It's silly. It's a
Yeah.
completely different
Expandable.
animal.
Mhm.
Um, obviously they're phases. So Phase
Right.
One was its
I was about
own.
to say I appreciate the wording, the phases. Mhm.
Yeah. Um, so I think it's a way for him to do different things and maybe try some new things over here, go back and do something that maybe we haven't heard in a while over here. He's kind of playing around with it, and it shows that he
Right.
can do whatever he wants to do
Mhm.
or whatever
Mhm.
we might say that we want to hear from him. So
Mhm.
um, overall though, I love this album. There's no song on it that I skip. I just, I might skip around, but I play every song. So I'm
Yeah.
good with all of it.
Me
My
too.
top ones is probably Look at Me, Look at You, Stare, and Groovy Potential and Revelation.
Mhm.
Mm,
So what's your guys' summary?
Yeah.
What do you think overall?
Review done. Drop the mic. Go buy the album. Go get it. It's a funky album. You cannot go wrong with this album. I mean, what do we need to say? But I mean, yeah, as far as my jams, my number ones for this one, of course, Groovy's got to be that Revelation. His voice is so haunting and draws you in, sutures you in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Gosh, like you said, I just, I might put it on shuffle, but I don't skip anything. The
Mm-hmm.
the the whole cohesive album is tight and it's well done. Musicianship is on point as usual. You can't go wrong with this album. You gotta get it. All you old
And
heads
there's
who
an
think, oh, I already heard
accordion in
that,
there.
no, go get it. Yeah, there's an accordion. You can't support accordion lives matter. Go get this album. No, accordion lives matter. We got to make a hashtag.
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, I mean, so all you old heads saying, well, I've heard extra lovable. I've heard Groovy, whatever. You know what? Shut up. Get the album, listen to it, and learn to appreciate it again, or teach somebody else. I may be used to it, or I've heard it a few times, and but maybe your kids or your grandkids or your neighbor, somebody needs to hear it.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's
Yes.
it, even though we've heard some of these songs before, that doesn't take away from it at all.
Mm-mm,
I don't
mm-mm.
think. I mean, because some of them are little. There's little tweaks in there, so there's some differences. But either way, a lot of people I've noticed are appreciating the fact that the songs are in the mix of an album now. So
Yes,
for
because
the
we got them
most
as
part,
singles. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, and it's been a while since we got some of these too. So
Mhm.
probably you haven't heard them in a while anyway. But
Mhm.
whatever the case, it should be bought. And Prince did
Absolutely.
say on Twitter yesterday, this will be out in stores as a physical copy. Okay? So, also, he said yesterday that it is on iTunes now. Okay?
Mhm.
So, you can go get the album in places other than Tidal for those of you that do
Yes.
not want
You've got
to touch Tidal.
various options. You've got various ways to get there.
Yes.
And if you really are that inclined, keep on waiting. You've been waiting
Mm.
this long enough as it is.
Right.
What's
Right.
another what's another week?
Yeah.
And especially since so many of y'all are hyping yourselves to not like it because you've heard these songs before or anything. Calm down. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all you need to do. Calm down and don't even formulate an opinion. Just go into it with an open mind.
Yeah.
Go into it, treat these songs as if they're new again.
Right.
And in a way they are,
Yeah.
because they're on an album.
Right. Listen to it
No,
as a whole.
absolutely. Take in the
Mhm.
experience
Mhm.
and enjoy it. And for me, like what Dorothy and Stephanie said, I also love this album. Not a song on there that I would skip.
Mhm.
Luckily, and that includes all the songs that I've heard before. And I was in the last month or so, I was thinking where phase one was concerned, he hit me where I needed him to hit me. I needed to
Mhm.
hear an album where Prince made me dance the whole way.
Mhm.
And I was and still am so happy about that. But I felt myself wanting to hear the musicianship again. Not
Mhm.
like there wasn't any in phase one. It was in a different way. I just wanted
Right.
to hear something new with instruments in it.
Hmm.
And out of the clear blue sky, I wake up to phase two being out. And this hit me exactly where I needed it to hit me at the time in
Yeah.
which I needed it to hit me in.
Yeah.
And I cannot get enough of it. And as I said earlier, I played most of the album for my friend, my coworker, and he really enjoyed it. He liked it a lot, loved it even.
That's great.
And that's what we need to be doing as fans. We need to be
Mhm.
sharing the wealth.
Convert people.
Yeah,
Exactly.
to give
Get on
Convert
your job.
people.
we need
Get
to
on
give
your job.
those of exactly. We need
Find somebody young who is
Yes.
only hearing stuff on the radio
Mhm.
and play something unexpected that they wouldn't think Prince. I mean, they might not even know who Prince is. I've come across that,
Oh,
and it makes me
that's
feel a
that
little
that
that
old.
part. Yeah,
hell
these poor
disgusting,
children.
Yeah.
disgraceful. If everybody can know who Michael Jackson is, everyone should know who Prince is.
Absolutely.
But
Exactly.
it's a crime against humanity. And and this is one album where you have plenty of choices to be able
Yeah.
to show someone, not just a child, but someone who's lost their purple way,
Right.
to bring them back home, show them the way back. And man, this is a great album. It's just a
Yeah, it
great
is.
album that does, as a lot of people would say, the Prince that you know. is here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never
And
left.
exactly. Thank you. He ain't going nowhere.
Mm-mm.
And he's still doing his thing and doing it wonderfully. And I can't get enough of it and can't wait to see what phase 3 will be. And and my biggest hope more than anything is that we hear these songs live. These songs
Yeah.
deserve to have life on the stage
Mm-hmm.
because it, especially with phase 2, with all the musicianship that's on it, it deserves to be fleshed out that much more
Mm-hmm.
on stage. And I'm praying that we get a tour where these songs get the type of life that Let's Go Crazy and Raspberry Beret and all the other great classics of the day have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really am, because it's great music.
It is.
Great, great music that needs to be heard by everyone, including the dogs and the cats.
Yeah.
Thank
I think I wanna hear. I definitely want to hear songs from this album live because there's a lot of bass in there that I like, and everybody knows me knows I love bass. I want to see Prince on bass,
Mm-hmm.
or at
Big
least for Stare, and then
Yeah.
I'd be good. But
Oh,
then, I mean, if you bust out the accordion, though, brother, I mean, you know,
Hey,
I'm just
you
saying,
bust
hey,
it out. You better.
that's worth the ticket price alone. There you
that's
go.
worth it.
It's gonna be encrusted with jewels, and it's gonna be
It's
classic
gonna have a
velvet
symbol on
on it.
Full
Yeah,
of,
There's gonna be a symbol on it.
it's gonna be purple. It's gonna be in purple
It's gonna
too.
be purple.
that's right.
When you
Purple.
extend it, you see the whole symbol, and then it
There you
just
go.
or some kind of word like love.
Yeah, we're awful. Watch it come to fruition. Y'all better watch out. Quit playing.
Hey, you know, look,
Hey, we're here to help. We're here to give
if you need advice on what to do for the next show,
I'm
just
telling you,
ask.
here we are. Here
We
we
got it
are.
all figured out
You
right
can
here.
make it an accordion / piñata, and then bust that thing right at the end.
Hey,
Candy and little trinkets can fall out. Oh, that's a party. Yo.
I can't.
purple candy bars, man. I'm
There
telling
you go. See? Cross promotion. Prince
you.
coming
Hello.
out with his own candy to put in there. What?
With
Look,
the symbol all up and bad boy.
Candies in the
What?
shape of the symbol. Oh.
It's a
I'm
wrap.
claiming my
we
10%
got it.
right now.
We got
I'm
it.
taking
Look.
10%. I'm claiming my 10% right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Well, look, speaking of live, talking about live stuff, Dorothy went and saw Judith live.
I
Well,
did. I
tell
got
went
her.
and saw Judith Hill.
yes. And I bet
Tell
she
us
looked
about it.
amazing.
I wonder, should we do this in a separate video, cause so we could split them up?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Hey, so when we come back, we are
I'll
going
be
to
right
talk
back.
about, yeah, well, we're going to talk about my experience seeing Judith Hill and her whole band last
All
night
right
in
then.
Portland. So, um, after you watch this, go watch that one. We'll
There you
link
go.
to it in the little description box. Cool. Thank you.